Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a fresh face of makeup for the new year. This is going to be something that you can do on the daily and it's hopefully going to make you feel pretty good. It is insanely dry and it has been very cold outside, so you can see lots of chapped lips, dry skin going on. To start, we did use a lip mask and then the Natasha lip mask, and then we are going to go in with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin E face, almost out of this stuff, so to be seen in an empties video sometime in the future. So we're just going to apply that everywhere that we get dry this time of year. It's in many places. Going to do two primers, so following the Bobbi Brown, we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Hydra Grip Primer, Power Grip Primer, and this is the one with Niacinamide. So we're going to just do a pump of that and mainly keep that in our T-zone area where we want a little bit of extra grip for our foundation. And then we'll just give that a few seconds to dry before we go in with foundation. For foundation, we are going to go in with the Haus Labs foundation in the color Fair Neutral. This you would have seen on my 2024 favorites. Really great foundation, very skin-like, and for those that are dry, this is a good option. We are going to be using a beauty blender because we don't want too full coverage, and this will help it sink into the skin a little bit more. I do also have the new Patrick Ta, or somewhat new, it came out a couple months ago, the Patrick Ta foundation. I've used it a couple times. I think I need to go ahead and use it in a video. It's extremely hydrating. It is a, I would say, light to medium coverage. I don't know what the description is online, just based off of the one or two uses I've had is how I would describe that. But I got that and then a couple other products from him, so we'll have to do a new in makeup video. So have a little stash going of new products, need to give a first impressions too. We're just going to do one light layer of the foundation since we do want this to be a nice, light, fresh face. This is clean girl-esque. Not obviously clean girl because I believe in coverage and that's my personal preference in makeup, but we are keeping things lighter than usual for an everyday look. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Natasha Denona concealer and blend that out with our beauty blender. Going in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, Tried and True, and Taupe. I have been wanting to try out different brow pencils. I've been using this for a decade at least. So if you have recommendations of other brow pencils that you think are fantastic, please leave them below. We're going to contour with the Milk Makeup Contour Stick and Stoked. This is an absolute staple in my bag. Blends like a dream. And we will apply that to our lids. Blend out with your beauty blender. So this really is my go-to fresh base and something that I do regularly. So whenever I know I want my makeup to look good, I know I'm using the Haus Labs foundation. I know I'm using the Bobbi Brown primer in some capacity, and then it's either going to be the Natasha Denona concealer or the Kevyn Aucoin pot concealers. Those combo of products just give me the best finish. It can be built up to be fuller coverage or more natural. You can see still I have freckles peeking through a bit and my skin looks like my skin, but just enhanced. So to stay on that train, keeping things fresh and bright, we're gonna go in with more cream products. We're gonna do the Pat McGrath blush stick. This one is in Divine Rose, and this is gorgeous. So you can see I swatched it there, and it has a shine to it. So this really makes you look alive, which is a good thing. That's what we're looking for, especially in these cold, dry months. This balmy texture really is great. And I do apply it to the back of my hand to warm the product up, pick it up with the Beauty Blender, and then apply to the cheeks. Now, because it is cold and dry, we are going to be more precise with our powder. So I'm actually going to go in with the Bare Minerals Press Powder. This is technically their 16-hour skin perfecting powder foundation. So it does have coverage to it, but it is also, in my opinion, very great for setting. I like to go in with a lighter fluffy brush. This is one from Spectrum KJH, the 08 brush, and I like to just put a little product on, tap off the excess, and then powder and add a little bit of coverage where we want most. So still keeping a lot of that glow and just being very intentional about where we are mattifying things. And doing it this way also helps if you have that drier skin, especially in this negative weather. I know for us it's been like negative something or single digits for the past week or so. So really don't need too much powder or makeup at all because of how flaky the skin can get. So we'll start with that amount of powder, and then we are going to go in with the Hourglass bronzer, Luminous Bronze Light. You guys see this pretty much every video. This is a fabulous product. Big fluffy brush. And this is going to bring back a little bit of life since we powdered. We are going to go ahead and start on the eyes, going in with this Bobbi Brown powder in medium 2. This is actually technically a bronzing powder, I believe, but I do like to use it as an individual eyeshadow. And so I'm just going to take my fluffy brush from Fenty and use that in the crease. And you can see strong color payoff. But we are putting this all over, so we get to be a little bit messy with this. I am then going to go into Patrick Ta's Original Major Dimensions palette and use this like brownish shade here, but it does have a little bit of shimmer, and I'm just going to put that through the crease. And then a little bit of this like vanilla shade with more of a flat blending brush, and we're going to keep that more towards the inner third of the eye to brighten things up. Just a tad. I will say this palette has a lot of kickback. I don't think it's my favorite. This is only the 3rd time I've used it. I think that if you're going to spend money on shadows, I would go, if you want it to be like someone trendy right now, the Makeup by Mario ones are better. And in general, like I think in the best shadows are going to be Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona, and then if you like a softer like caviar type finish to your eyeshadows, the Tom Ford quads are fantastic. So we're just doing a light little eye. Remember, this is more of our everyday fresh faced makeup, so we're not going to do too much with the eye. This focus is truly on the skin. Speaking of the skin, I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of the blush stick and concentrate it here on the upper parts of my cheek where some of that color has been lost, and because we powdered here, we lost a little bit of shine. We don't want to bring that shine all the way down because it will look a little bit oily, sweaty, and if you were to take photographs or anything. So going back in just with a smidge more and putting that a tad bit higher on the cheeks. And this stuff does layer well over powder, so I'm having no problem using it. go ahead and curl the lashes. If you want this to be more clean girl vibey, use a brown mascara. I'm actually going to go in with the Lancome Mounsieur Big. This is a new favorite that I found. It is very volumizing and also kind of lengthening, I would say. It really is the best of both worlds, both volumizing and lengthening. It's not as wet as the MAC formula, which I've talked about, but does still have, it is still pretty liquidy, so it coats the lashes very well, and you do have to be a little bit careful not to let it get clumpy. And if you ever, so I got a little bit of mascara on my eye, I'm gonna let that dry down and then I will flick it off. You can just use a brush, the spoolie from your eyeshadow, or not your eyeshadow, your brow brush, will flick right off. We are going to continue on the face before we go to lips, and we're going to go in with this Ilia Stella by Starlight Multi-Stick. So we're going to use this as a highlighter, and I actually decided I might put a little bit on the center of the eye, so let's do that first. Just to see, maybe add a little something. I don't think it translates as well on camera, but it does add a brightness and makes it look less powdery, which we love. And then I'm gonna take the Beauty Blender, kind of squeeze the side, make it sharper, and go in and use that more as a soft highlight, nothing crazy. So it really is just like a little natural glow. These are really great, the multi-sticks. I like the blush colored multi-sticks better. They look fantastic on the skin, and especially in the summer. Let's see. So I would argue this is more of a summer product. I like these Nars lip glows. Let's see what they're exactly called. Afterglow Sensual Shine lipsticks in the summer, and I have two colors. I have more of a pinky one here, and then more of a coral shade, orangey shade, great for the summer. So we're gonna do more of the pinky one just to liven up our lips a little bit. We're gonna start by going in with the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Pillow Talk, so Cult Classic, and just lightly line our lips. So line our lips, and then going in with the lip glow, I'm going to very lightly pat this. So we do not get too much color payoff. Go in with the MAC Fix Plus, add some more life back to our skin. We'll let that dry down. And then just to top things off, I'm going to take a little bit of this Dior lip gloss and put that right in the center of the lips. So this is really the final look, a nice fresh face. We have the skinning, looking great, still natural, and then an easy little eye and a cute pink lip to get us through this dry winter time. So I have a few videos coming up. We'll do a Valentine's Day look, and then like I said, I have a bunch of new products to try, lots of pop trick toss, so keep your eyes peeled for those. In the meantime, comment down below anything you want to see from me, and thanks for watching. Bye guys.